Hello? Anybody out there?
Kind of like lighting everything up with my voice, right?
It's awesome. I'll sing a Danish song. Say den lille kattekilling, nej, hvor er han sød.
A single moment of misunderstanding is so poisonous that it makes us forget the hundred of lovable moments spent together. Everyone has encountered situations like this, either with a colleague, a friend, or a family member. Regardless, it always hurts. By dropping you into a world where communication is wild-eyed, everyone will be forced in the same boat of not knowing how to express themselves, regardless of their origin or language they speak. To tackle this sensitive topic, we came up with Soundbender.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, ooh, that's good. I like that. Satisfying.
First of all, we wanted to give the player means to communicate, so we've come up with a new universal language. We call it sound light. The idea starts simple. The player would be able to emit light with their voice, and its color would be mapped to a specific pitch, sound light. Then we wanted to make the tools to manipulate sound light into different shapes. Hence we created two sound light devices, the gloves, which allow the player to record their voice, generating its visualization in the form of a glowing orb, and then process that into a shape by applying a specific sound filter that changes the attitude of their interactions. Some shapes and filters would make the meaning more friendly, while others make it more straightforward or even aggressive. Though this seems simple, this language provides enough means to communicate. The only question left is who or what do we communicate with?
That's really beautiful.
Oh, he's watching you, that's creepy.
What are we doing? Okay. Get on. Oh, this is not okay.
In Soundbender, there are gonna be inhabitants with whom you will have to learn to communicate with in order to progress on your quest. The communication is going to be represented by you emitting light and the inhabitants' reactions to the color and shape of your light based on formalized theories. Some creatures will understand assertive attitude better, and others will prefer a softer and tactful approach if you want them to cooperate. The reactions are either understood or misunderstood. The idea behind learning to communicate is to learn to read between lines. By observing surroundings, inhabitants' behaviors, languages, biases and attitudes, which are represented by colors and shapes of light, and earn their trust by acting accordingly. Which leads into a set of environmental and behavioral clues that, in conjunction, will give you the key to successful communication. Puzzle elements make the interaction challenging the same as real life when trying to find proper words to achieve a specific goal.
Oh, my noble steed, forward.
I implore you. The third pillar of Soundbender is communication metaphors. Just to name some of the environmental puzzle sets we would like to build, such as Yin Yang Glacier of Balance, Disagreement Clock, Shell of Blinding Defensiveness, or the one we've seen in the teaser, which was Broken Bridge of Communications, with two monkeys sitting on opposite sides of the bridge, where you have to find a way to solve their argument and fix the bridge before you're able to cross it. The metaphors add a flavor of adventure and exploration to Soundbender. To provide a more immersive experience for the player, we really wanted to find a suitable means for navigation in VR. As a result, we've come up with another metaphor of being in the same boat. The turtle boat is also powered by Soundlight and allows players to freely navigate through the underground river networks. Soundbender's hidden metaphors are meant to inspire people to think about common communication problems and their possible solutions, to make us be more aware of our surroundings, our differences and values, and encourage us to go an extra mile to understand each other, to make the world a better place. During one of our presentations, we were approached by researchers that were working with kids who had speech problems. We were told that Soundbender is something they've wanted for a long time, something that gives them quick visual feedback to people who struggle to hear their own voice, or have no hearing at all. It makes us think, can Soundbender actually help people? Not only in a psychological and a spiritual way, but also in a physical way. Though less common, speech and hearing problems are just another type of a communication barrier. Another group of people who speak a different language from us. And Soundbender makes us all equal, placing us all in the same boat. The thought feels inspiring for us and is definitely something worth deeper research and keeping in mind. And if it does help a more diverse community and make their lives better after all, it would make Soundbender even more valuable.
The uniqueness of Soundbender is coming from a beautiful mix of all the aspects. First, using your voice as a source of communication, but then still transforming it into a musical language of sound light. The ability to record, process, and visualize your voice. The richness of sounds and music that tell the story of miscommunications, creating proper mood and feel of the experience. The challenging puzzles that express the struggles of communication. The organic blend between nature and wooden mechanism. All these aspects create a unique, unified, and rich experience.
It was really cool. I'm definitely not the best singer in the world, but even like the movements with the shaping of the stuff and throwing it off, I thought was super cool. The visuals are really nice. It's got a real distinct style to it. Kind of like really relaxing and zen, surprisingly.
It's pretty confronting, actually. It's like you can't really tell what's going on. You've got to figure out how to make everything work. It was a bit scary, like just a bit, not too scary. It made me feel pretty happy. I was like, I really enjoyed it, so I would happily play hours of that, I think. It invoked some good feelings for me.